Hi everyone, meteorologist Chad Evans here with a look at your daily weather forecast video, Saturday edition. Sponsored by Trent Johnson State Farm. Trent is my agent.com. Trent, all of our other advertisers, and all of you make this all possible. To have local weather, to buy the graphics package, to install more weather stations in our area. I want to keep adding more if I can and establish that cyber infrastructure. We'll get some webcams going. I've got one already in a box sitting in the office right here that I'm going to install. And our Doppler radar capabilities, the radar data, I can go anywhere in the world and have radar data and METAR data. So very important to have all these resources available, and you all make that possible. Now, we are tracking a few showers tomorrow, even a few thunderstorms around. It's a cold front goes south, and it will turn colder on Monday. Then we're back to warmth, some scattered thunderstorms late in the week, then yet another freeze. Not a really hard one, but another freeze nonetheless before it gets more active. Thunderstorms, wetter weather pattern in early April, and really right as we end March and go into early April. But there's a window to get some corn and soybeans planted in April, and I'll explain that here in just a second. After highs yesterday at 76 to 84, some of these numbers near those big record highs set in 2012. 82 at the Purdue Airport, second plus 80 temperature of the month, 84 Cayuga, 79 at the Galveston Airport. We got to 77 at the Jasper County Airport and 78 at Peru. And you can't see this very well, but I wanted to show you the state of Indiana via our Hoosier Mesonet network with airport stations, personal stations, and the weather stations we've installed up in our area. Note the two warmest temperatures in the state, Mount Vernon at 84 and Cayuga at 84. But we still got to 82 down here at the Sullivan Indiana station, 73 up here at the Stark County Airport at Knox, Fort Wayne 76, and 79 down here at the Virgil Grissom Airport at Bedford, and the Bloomington Airport at 79. So the warmest readings really from Kentland to Delphi to Thorntown, back to Sullivan, Indiana, and then all the way down here to Newburgh and the Evansville area with temps 80 or better. We're running in the 50s to low 70s now. The reason for the big difference in temperature, lake breeze front came south overnight, and with that cold damp air, it's trying to mix out. The wind is still a little southeast. Once we go south or south-southwest, we're going to completely get rid of this lingering, mixing out heavy, dense, damp lake effect air from the cold waters and icy waters of Lake Michigan and Lake Superior, and also the 1 to 3 feet snowpack we've got up in Wisconsin and Michigan. So we're still holding at 55 at Rochester, but 70s at Cayuga, low 60s at the Purdue Airport. With time today, we should reach the mid to upper 60s at Rochester, pushing 80 down in our southwest, and should eventually get into the 70s here at Greater Lafayette. With clouds increasing later tonight and tomorrow, and if you look closely, you see the bright greens here. Those are the thunderstorms bubbling up. So we get that tomorrow. Then we get low clouds that linger in a part of Monday, and just as the low clouds pull away, you'll notice some high and mid-level clouds coming in on Monday. So Monday, sunshine, cloudiness around, but we may be kind of mostly cloudy to start the day with even a couple snow flurries with temperatures in the low 30s behind the front, which will be here tomorrow afternoon. And then there's that lake breeze front behind the actual cold front that will enhance the chill coming in. But out ahead of it, look at the warmth. Big warmth, so we're going to warm up quickly tomorrow, but then fall quickly tomorrow evening. You notice a couple showers initially, but look down here, Tipton, Crawfordsville, down to Covington. Right there, you'll notice some of the reds bubbling up. Those are some scattered thunderstorms bubbling up with the cold front, and the thunderstorms organize more as they move southward. So with that, we got the marginal risk of severe Tipton, Frankfort, back to Linden, back to Covington, and southward for maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm mixed up in that for wind and hail. With about 35% coverage of rainfall for late tomorrow afternoon and early tomorrow evening, 1 out of 5 on the scale for severe in the southeast. Couple showers, thunderstorms initially, then look here, little line of thunderstorms kind of blossoms over the forecast area. Thursday, we're talking Thursday afternoon, and then once that goes through, it does get colder, and the GFS model does have the severe weather risk from Kansas to Ohio on Thursday. Us kind of in a marginal to slight risk scenario at the slight from southwest Ohio back to Kansas, and the SIPS analog data does kind of show the same thing. So marginal, maybe up to slight risk for severe on Thursday for our area, the main threat being wind and hail. And then after that, it gets active. Look at the severe weather, really the risk blossoming in the plains, and then we get a couple bouts of probably slight risk in that March 31st through April 3rd time frame in a wetter weather pattern. And really, the end of March through about April the 13th is wetter than normal, with hot, dry ridge kind of establishing here, hot, dry ridge in the west, and a trough becoming established right here, and little waves, little storm systems constantly going over our area. This is the area of strongest rising air motion, so heavier rainfall and some severe weather risk at times during that period. But then look at this, April 14th through the 26th, the rain tends to shut off. We're going to have a window to get some field work done. Applying anhydrous, top dress wheat, put dry fertilizer on like potash, maybe even get corn and soybeans planted in April during this time. So this is going to be a period for farmers. You want to get that planter lined out. April 14th through the 26th. We may even have a period of 4 or 5 days where it just doesn't rain at all. So it's cooler first, and then it really warms up, and the soils are going to dry during that period. So take advantage of that, because I do think getting into early, very end of April to early May, it's going to get wet again, and you may have to wait till mid-May to get in and find another really nice long window to get planting done. So increasing clouds, windy, warm, then turning colder tomorrow, with that period of a few scattered showers and thunderstorms around, with 68 Wheatfield, then falling, 80 then falling at Lafayette, and then 81 then falling at Cayuga, 77 then falling at Kokomo, after 50s to low 60s for lows in the morning. Cooler Monday, overcast, couple flurries, cold through midday Monday. Then the sun starts to come out more. The low clouds break up, but we're still going to have a few around and some high and mid-level clouds, but 47 and breezy from the north, 45 at 7. Note the highs at 44 to 53 doing area wide, and your wind chills 20 to 25 during the morning hours. 58 Tuesday after a freeze, frost, and patchy freezing fog in the morning. 68 on Wednesday. Some scattered showers, storms Thursday. 51, that's it on Friday. So colder Friday and a 27 Saturday morning, but that's not an overly damaging freeze. I think vegetation will fare okay. 55 Saturday, and then we warm up, and by a week from Tuesday, showers and storms come back in.